Hey guys, so in today's video I have my May book haul, and I didn't get too many books, but you know, just enough so that I feel like I'm justified to do a haul for them. I'm going to start with all of the crime thrillers that I bought this month, and I got 3 of them. I didn't really plan to pick these up, these are just kind of random pickups. And I'm going to start with The Doll Maker by Richard Montanari, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This is basically a psychopath thriller, and it's this man who's going around killing children, and these 2 detectives have to try and find him and stop him before it's too late, and he kills again. He leaves them a threatening message, and yeah, they're basically trying to find this guy, so that sounds good. The next 2 that I got are Normal by Graeme Cameron. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that. But this is just a short little novel about this man who is keeping women locked in his basement, and obviously again it's a detective story, so they have to try and find him. So that sounds very creepy. And the next one is Mo Hayder Wolf. I love Mo Hayder books. I always find them really good. I always pick them up whenever I see them. And again, this is in the Detective Inspector Jack Caffrey series, and it's another hostage situation. Someone's holding a family hostage, and in this remote place, and he has to try and find them. Again, don't really know too much about it, but I always love her books, and we'll be doing a few reviews of some of her books, and I always find them very creepy and thrilling. So those are those 3. The next one I picked up is called The Vanishing Witch. Again, this was another random pickup. Most of these were, only 2 of them I really planned to buy this month. And this one follows a widow. This is set in the past. It's supposed to be a gothic novel, and it follows a woman called Catelyn, and she moves to this new city, and she's helping this man called Robert care for his ill wife, and she moves in with them, and then some unnatural deaths start to happen within the city, including the ill wife, and people start to think that it's witchcraft and the dark arts. So that sounds very good. I like a good witchy book, so can't wait to start that one. The next one is Hidden, an Alex Versus novel by Benedict Jacka. I absolutely love this. This is a series of books, and this is the last one so far in the series, the most up-to-date one. I've read 3 of these books already, and I have another one chosen to read, and then it's this one in the series. Cannot wait to start these. I think I'm going to be reading these ones next because they're quite quick reads and I really enjoy them. It follows a man called Alex, and he's a mage, and basically he has this power to see into his own future. And I believe in this book, in the past when he was younger, he used to be a dark mage apprentice, so obviously like he was an apprentice for a bad guy, before he left him and became good, and he tries to help people. And in this book, I believe his master comes back and he has to fight against him or something, and he's trying to help this woman who finds out about his past, and she doesn't want his help because she thinks he's bad. It just sounds like a really good read, and I absolutely love these books. It's set in Camden, London, and if you like kind of fantasy books, fantasy adventure, I would highly recommend them. They're very good. The next 2 books that I picked up, I did want. These are the books I was looking for, and I've been watching a lot of book hauls recently and book videos from, I believe her YouTube name is Heather Loves Books or Heather Loves Reading, and she mentioned Sherilyn Keown's books, and I've actually read these. I fell in love with this series a long time ago. It must have been about, I would say 4-5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. I read some of her books, the Darkhunters series, and I really enjoyed them. And then I kind of just started reading loads of other stuff, and I kind of forgot about it. and I can't find her books anymore. I used to have quite a few of them, but I don't know if I gave them away or lent them to people and never got them back, or they're in my mum's garage somewhere, but I don't have them anymore. So I was looking online to purchase some more of them, and I happened to find them when I went shopping in London to Forbidden Planet. They had a whole romantic fantasy section, and I found a few and I picked up 2 of these, and I have read these books already, like I said, a long time ago. And I picked up Akon and the Dark Side of the Moon. They're both in the Darkhunter series. It's a very long series, and they're very good. It's romantic fantasy, and it follows these people who have it's kind of hard to explain. It follows people who have died, basically horrible deaths, and they want to seek revenge. And to get their revenge, they kind of promise their service to a Greek god, Artemis, and so they get the revenge, then she brings them back to life kind of, and they have to serve her in a war against these demons that are on the earth. It's kind of like, it's very in-depth to go into, and I don't want to give away too much of these books, but basically they're just fantastic if you like fantasy. It involves demons and gods and dark hunters, and it's just fantastic. I will say it contains very adult themes, if you know what I mean by that. I wouldn't recommend these. These are definitely not YA. They're not for younger readers. They are definitely adult, but I really enjoyed them, and I would definitely be rereading these books many times over, and I cannot wait to get more in the series. It's very gripping. Like I said, it's very fantasy. It involves like gods, Greek and Atlantean gods, and devils and demons, and they're just fantastic. So I would highly recommend them. Can't wait to read them. We'll definitely be getting more of her books. And last but not least, in this book haul, I have some fairy tales. This is Hans Christian Andersen Fairy Tales, the new translation, and it is this beautiful book. I saw it in Waterstones and I could not resist it. It's this beautiful, what's it called, cloth bound red with like pinkish printing, and it's basically a collection of fairy tales. I have started reading a little bit of it already. It contains lots of different old fairy tales. The Princess and the Pea, Thumbelina, the Travelling Companion, the Little Mermaid, the Emperor's New Clothes, the Tin Soldier, the Wild Swan, the Flying Trunk, the Nightingale, the Sweethearts, the Ugly Duckling, the Far Tree, the Snow Queen, the Red Shoes, the Shepherd and the Chimney Sweep, the Shadow, the Old House, the Little Match Girl, the Story of the Mother, the Bell, the Marsh King's Daughter, the Tales of Vladimir and his daughters, the Snowman, the Ice Maiden, the Wood Nymph. It just has loads and loads of different fairy tales in this, ones that I have known from my childhood and loved, and would love to reread some of them. And it is just a beautiful book to add to my cloth-bound collection. So yeah, that is all the books that I bought in the month of May, and we'll be reading through. I just want to say thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And thank you for watching. Bye.